This is Metal Cardbot Buster Galleon. Prime Time Toyz has received samples of some Metal Cardbot figures, and while some lucky YouTubers and Instagrammers have had a shot of those samples, I personally couldn't wait to get a shot myself at TFUKCON, so I just had to buy a figure myself. And let me tell you, I'm glad I did, because upon first impressions with Buster Galleon, with that impressive head sculpt, that John Deere inspired colour scheme with a hint of blue, and the plastic quality has just impressed me more than I thought it would, especially for a figure line aimed at a younger audience. So let's take a closer look at this figure and see what we find out. What better place to start than with the articulation? Now, the head is on a ball joint but is limited due to the sculpting. The arm itself can do a full 360, with you getting upper shoulder articulation that has a decent amount of range. You do also get a wonderful bend at the elbow, which is reasonably high, and a bicep cut. When it comes to the waist, it will do a full 360, but the joint on the waist itself is incredibly tight, as you can see here. But that is your upper articulation limits on this figure. For Buster Galleon's leg articulation, it can kick out and kick back. You cannot get the full Van Damme due to the tool bag sculpting on the leg, but you do get a relatively high knee bend. The toe articulation is limited, but you can push in and out, as well as a heel spur at the back for balance. But now let's take a listen to those wonderful ratchets in the figure. Height-wise for Buster Galleon, you are looking at around 6 inches, but let's compare him to other figures. For a comparison, let us use Energon Optimus Prime and Energon Strong Arm. These figures are comparable in the plastic quality, but to bring it to a more modern scale, here he is with Siege Sideswipe to give you an idea. With Buster Galleon, you get 2 accessories. The first one is his multi-tool that transforms into a blaster, or just to use those tools, that wrench and what looks to be a little chainsaw, but its main function is of course being that cool looking blaster done in the blue, grey and the yellow accents. The second accessory is what puts the card in Cardbot, and it is the titular card that has a wonderful illustration of Buster Galleon, but behind that card you have his special accessory, which can be a bit of a challenge to remove from the card itself. Once the card has been removed, this weapon becomes clear because it is in a clear orange, and it transforms from a card into Buster Galleon's double chain gun weapon. And doesn't this just look impressive? Coupled with the clear plastic, you have some silver and blue paint accents to give the detail a bit more oomph. The weapon plugs into Buster Galleon's chest, very similar to how the Power Ranger Zord figures combine. And as the chain guns are on separate hinges, you can adjust the positioning of them, which gives you a bit of extra play value. And let me tell you, those joints are stiff. The transformation is fun on Buster Galleon, and even though this is aimed at a younger audience, I still admittedly had to use the instructions the first time around, because I got stuck with how the arms should be positioned for the full transformation. But once done, everything clips in incredibly tight, scarily tight in fact, but it looks good. The Bulldozer alt mode of Buster Galleon looks very impressive. I absolutely love the blue scoop with the black accents at the front, as well as those black and grey treads, but it is the top-heavy John Deere inspired colour scheme that I love the most, and the eyes that put a lot of people off don't seem too intrusive in his alt mode. Alt mode size comparison time with Energon Optimus Prime. We then have Energon Strong Arm. I think they look really good together. And for a more modern comparison, areas with Siege Sideswipe. What do you think so far about these comparisons? In the Bulldozer mode, you can have some weapon storage. Yes, the main multi-tool weapon can be stored at the back by plugging it in to port and posts, and the Cardbot chain gun weapon can also be plugged in as it would be in robot mode, but you can only choose one. For a first time look at Metal Cardbot's Buster Galleon has impressed me to no end. The quality and heft of the plastic, that impressive sculpting with the wonderful paint apps, and let's not forget those brilliant clicky ratchets. I can definitely see why these figures appeal to an older collector audience. The card gimmick is fun and that transformation is just brilliant. Buster Galleon will be on display at Prime Time Toyz stand at TFUKCON, so come and have a look, come and have a play, and let me know what you think, because I'll be there. But let me know in the comments as well, and I'll see you on the next one.